He said that Diddy walked in and told them get out of his house. He said that he grabbed Cassie by the hair and shirt and pushed her out of the door, and that he did the same thing to him. But because he didn't have any hair, Diddy hit him in the back of the head. That's crazy, yo.
Say, hey, I'm lit. What can I say? Yeah, I'm the white I see. It's a lot of girls, but it's.
Hey guys, it's your boy Quay, your boys back with another video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on my post notifications so you guys can be notified when your boy posts another video. So today, basically, we got the situation that has been going on with this Diddy case. And today, Deonte Nash has taken the stand and he gave his full testimony of everything that happened while he was working with Diddy. This is too much, y'all. This really is a lot. And he got to come back tomorrow because they didn't finish with him today. So after they came back from a lunch break, a person by the name of Deonte Nash has taken the stand. He is Cassie's former stylist and friend, and they said from the courtroom everyone was laughing at him by his sarcasm and his remarks. It got serious real quick when he started to talk about threats as well as controlled behind the scenes. He started off by saying he started to work for Diddy and Cassie in 2008 after responding to a Craigslist ad for Bad Boys Entertainment. Y'all, Diddy must like some Craigslist, y'all, because he getting the escorts and now he getting the stylist off of Craigslist. That's crazy. But anyways, he worked for Cassie from 2008 to 2018, and he stated that he did not want to be there. And the only reason why he's taking the stand is because he was being subpoenaed. He was asked how often did he see Diddy and Cassie interacting, and he said at least once a week. And then he was asked what did he hear Diddy calling her. He said aside from CC and baby girl, he would often call her the B word, HOE, as well as a SULT. He said it would make Cassie sad, and then he testified that Diddy threatened her multiple times. He alleged that Diddy would say not only would he would beat her, and that he would release a S tape if she would ever step out of her line. According to Deonte, that would leave Cassie emotional, broken, and that she would isolate herself for days and she would often crying. He also talked about in two separate occasions he would tell Cassie she couldn't go places without his permission. He said one incident he went out to a club, Rudder Aura, and Adrian Balan and them went to her LA apartment after Diddy apparently called her and told her and said that she better get her ASS to his house. And she panicked, packed up, and she left immediately. He also talks about an Oscars after party which happened in 2014 at the Vanity Fair party. He said that he styled Cassie and had her hair down, and when they got to the party, Diddy was not happy about her hair. He said again he said that Diddy grabbed him by the jacket and was furious that her hair was not up, so they went to the bathroom to put her hair up, but later Diddy admitted that he liked her hair better down. He started to talk about her recording music and how he would help her pick songs, and he said that he should have been executive, but then they objected to that and continued. He then talked about a mixtape that she put out in 2013 called Rock a Ride Baby and how it was released for free. He said that the mixtape did well and it was actually top download, but he basically said that Diddy never put it up for streaming and that he was generous to say that 10% of her music was ever released, which shows much of Diddy's control. When it came to what Cassie wore, he also testified that Diddy had to give approval of anything that she would wear. He said that Diddy had to pick which one he had liked, and that's the one he had to use. The judge decided this was a great way for a break, so they went at lunch at 1:15 around that time. So around that time, Cassie had her baby while he was like basically Cassie had her baby around that time. So shout out to Cassie. Congratulations. But once they came back from lunch, Cassie's stylist Deonte took the stand once again. And he talks about 10 different incidents of violence. And he felt that Diddy was running the mafia. He started talking about one of the scenarios of him being in Cassie's apartment and the two friends that jumped on Diddy's back was not only Deonte, but the personal assistant that goes by the name of Mia, which Mia will be testifying tomorrow, guys. We already know that Cassie was supposed to be packing for Oveo Festival, and Diddy came to her apartment unannounced because she wasn't picking up the phone. He grabbed her by her hair and began to kicking her and hitting her, and Deonte, Cassie, and Mia began to run into Cassie's bedroom to lock the door. Diddy forced the door open and continued to beat on Cassie. Diddy forced the door open and continued to beat on Cassie. Deonte and Mia jumped on Diddy's back and he threw them off. Diddy hit Cassie's head on the bed frame and she began to bleed from her eyebrow, and he looked at them and said, "Look what y'all made me do." He said that Diddy sent Cassie to a plastic surgeon with his security guard, D-Rock, and the next day he saw that she had stitches with a gash on her forehead. He stated the second thing that happened was in 2013 a situation happened outside of a music set. He said he stepped out for a cigarette and Diddy confronted him because he was angry that he didn't went outside with Cassie to a club. He said Diddy threw him on a car, choking him, saying, "I thought I told y'all about going out." And he said that he felt like Diddy was jealous that Cassie was going out and taking it out on him. He said number 3 was at Cassie's apartment again, but remember Diddy pays for the apartment, so y'all gotta remember that. He said that Diddy walked in and told them get out of his house. He said that he grabbed Cassie by the hair and shirt and pushed her out of the door, and that he did the same thing to him, but because he didn't have any hair, Diddy hit him in the back of the head. That's crazy, y'all. He said that Diddy told him to go downstairs and wait, and while he was waiting, Diddy and Cassie came down. Diddy started degrading him. He then said that him and Cassie went into the car. He drove off and Diddy called him and he ordered him to pull over. And when he did, Diddy came over talking to Cassie and was saying he was going to release their S tapes, saying he was going to release them online and was going to send them to her parents' job to get them fired. And he done called her brother the B word and said he's the only one that's protecting her. Cassie was crying, so Deonte told him let him release the S tapes. And when Cassie admitted to him that Diddy was filming her with other men, she said that she did not want to be doing that with other men, and he drove her to Sunset Boulevard to get a taxi because Ubers wasn't a thing at that time. And she said that he wasn't on like the film because she was doing S tapes with different men. He said he then went home but got a call from his boss, Derek Raj, who had let him know that Diddy was on his way because Derek gave him his address, which is his manager. He said that Diddy came over looking for Cassie and he looked in the oven and didn't know why, but then he took Deonte's phone waiting for Cassie to call. Cassie then called Deonte's phone and Diddy found out she was at the hotel nearby. Diddy ordered Deonte to go retrieve her, and because Deonte was familiar with the hotel staff, Diddy told him to sweet talk his way in. So he goes to Cassie's hotel room with Diddy's security guard D-Rock and Tony, and when she saw them, she got frightened. She jumped up and backed her way to the hotel balcony, saying she was going to jump. He said they was not on the first floor at the time. He said when he looked downstairs, he saw 4 or 5 of Diddy's security waiting, and when he was going home, he noticed that he was being followed. He said he turned his lights off and sped away to the Universal Sheraton to hide out for the night. And the next day, when he got home, he was missing one of his backpacks, and it was stolen, which I feel like it was possibly Diddy. He said he was missing his ID, $1,000 in cash, and an iPad, and they asked him why carry so much cash on him. And he said when Diddy would get angry, he would use that money to check into a hotel. Because back then, if you would use cash, you didn't have to show your ID or even give a name. And I remember that, y'all. Back in the day, they used to have that. I'm saying back in the day like I'm old, y'all. But like they used to have that back in the day. He said, and even they went to, in 2015, at an event, Diddy got up and smacked Cassie publicly and told Deonte, "Get this bitch out of here." He said he got her out of there and she was crying, and they talked about the 2016 premiere and the Continental incident. He said that he FaceTimed her right before the premiere and he noticed that she had a black eye. So at the event, he saw her in person. And the and he said the bruises were noticeable under the makeup. He said after the event, he seen Diddy grabbing her by the side, and that she often had bruises on her arms and legs and her neck. They asked him if he ever reported this to the police. He stated no because he was scared of retaliation, but he did report this to Christina Coram, aka KK. She said that she would talk to him, but nothing ever changed, he states. He also testified that he would hide Cassie often, and both Diddy and KK would blow up their phones, but KK would say that Diddy was calm, so Cassie would go back. Diddy would use music as leverage to get Cassie to come back, and then when he see her, he would tell her, "If I hear your smart A mouth again, your little mixtape wouldn't come out." He also states that Cassie would go to hotels with Diddy and he would see her packing a black duffel bag with S toys. He said she would be gone for a day, and when she would return, she would tell him that she so tired and stressed that she didn't want to go, but she felt like she would have to. And then testified that Diddy had asked him if he should surprise Cassie for her 29th birthday, and he said yes. They asked him why did he say that, and he said he was not going to say for him to not surprise her. I respect him for saying that because, I'm pretty sure, who wouldn't say, "Oh, don't give their friend, nothing special." He said that Cassie wanted to go out with her friends to a karaoke bar for her birthday, but Diddy had forced her to do a freak off. When she returned, she was upset and high. And he said the word freak off wasn't like a formal name, it was used as a verb. He also talked about a New Year's Eve incident that happened in 2017 in Vegas. He said him, Cassie, Diddy staff, and Diddy were staying at a hotel all that is on the same floor, and Diddy's room was at the end of the hall. He told Dante that Cassie has been asleep for 20 hours and he wanted him to go and wake her up. And Deonte said that Cassie only woke up for him. The prosecutors asked him what did he say, and he said that he spent too much money on Cassie for her not to participate. And he then done mention a low budget producer and then left, and he felt like another incident was gonna occur at that time because he knew it, like something wasn't right. He possibly knew that the defense was gonna ask him this, but did you stay in touch with Mr. Combs? And he said yes. They asked why. He said, "I don't hate him. It's not in me." He also says he stayed in contact with Diddy, and he also says he's still close with Cassie, and they speaks often. So they came back from examination in him, and they begin to ask when he met with the prosecutors, did he have an attorney? He said yes. Then they asked if he hired a civil attorney because he was planning on suing Diddy, and he said no. He said it was just counsel for protection because he do not do federal court. Diddy's attorney then brought up a not from prosecution because they said he hired an attorney because he was considering a lawsuit, and he said that's their assumption and not mine. "I'm just focusing on getting out of here," he states. They then showed him a picture of Usher and Cassie at a 2016 Bad Bar reunion, and they asked him if he picked out her outfit, and he said, "I don't know." And they asked him if he started out as a celebrity stylist and asked him if did he introduce him to Cassie, and he said yes. So they asked him, "Was Mr. Combs made you a celebrity? Did Mr. Combs ever made you a celebrity stylist?" And he said, "Sure, go ahead." Like to be like, you think he made me? Like he felt like they were trying to be like funny about the situation, which I feel like too. Like don't try to knock down my hustle or make it seem like a person made me. You see what I'm saying? So I understand where he was coming from by that. Diddy's attorney then responded, I'm going ahead," and he said, "You pick clothes like for Mrs. Fine's wedding?" And he said yes. Then he asked, as of Bad Boys, it was Diddy's best interest to have Cassie look good, right? And he said, I suppose. He said, did Diddy pay for Cassie studio time, right? And he said yes. But the thing is that proves the prosecutor's point, in my opinion, y'all. Because it's like Diddy would spend money, but he would take it away because it's like he could have do with anything that he wanted. And that's what like the prosecutors are proving. But then they followed up a question with, she can't go to the studio unless Diddy pays for it, right? And he said, like, yes, you're proving, and that's like proving the point, y'all. They asked him about a clothing brand about Young and Reckless, and he said it was a streetwear clothing brand, and Cassie owns a part in it. So they asked him, Mr. Combs had nothing to do with it. And Deonte responded, he had to approve anything that Cassie does. They asked him, who has he ever styled? And he said Cassie, Puff, Mace, Lil Kim in 2016, and other major artists. And he said he was an executive producer on the mixtape as well as Meek Mill and Pusha T, but he never got credit for it. When asked about Diddy being approved everything with other artists, he said, not that I know of, because some of them looked terrible. Most of the artists kind of did their own thing. He was then asked if he spoke to other witnesses like Bana and Cassie, and he said yes, but not about his testimony. He said he spoke to Cassie yesterday after she gave birth to congratulate her, and that he never spoke on court things with Cassie. It's only clothing talks and just checking in with her. They brought out substances and asked what did he see her take, and he said Snow, X, and MDMA. Then they asked him if he did any. He said just Snow. And they asked him if he ever did Mary J before meeting with the prosecutors, and he said yes. He asked if making music videos cost hundreds and thousands of dollars, and he said not necessarily. And asked him who was Mia, and he said Diddy's personal assistant. They then asked, did him and Mia jumped on Mr. Combs' back to defend Cassie, right? He said yes, and to protect him from doing something worse. And he said, did D-Rock try to protect you and not protect Mr. Combs? And he said yes. And that's where they ended, and he's going to come back to take the stand tomorrow, guys. So that was his full testimony, y'all. He will be taking the stand back tomorrow, and I think they're going to be getting Mia to testify as well. So, y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this situation. This is his full testimony, and I'll be giving Mia full testimony when she takes a stand tomorrow. So, y'all, check back possibly soon. Always, your boy trying to get 2K subscribers, so y'all please hit that subscribe button for your boy. And as always, see you on the next video. And as always, be breezy, don't be easy. Yeah.
What can I say? Can you blame? She wanna be big. Never stress, I'm blessed where I stay. I don't care what nobody say. I am lit. What can I say? Yeah, I'm the why I